This Manufacturing Week Bus Tour Spotlight is presented by the Boeing Company.
Okay, well, thank you all for joining us today. So this is a composite tooling factory primarily. We build tools for the aerospace industry and many other markets. So we're vertically integrated to be able to take a concept from start of a manufacturing process, develop the tooling, build the tooling, and then take that process all the way through actual final assembly. So this is Hamilton Building 5. This is primarily composite tooling. We also have areas where we consider this really a tooling and a startup area for new programs. So this is 150,000 square feet, large open space. We have 3 bays in here, two very large milling machines. This is actually a tool that we produced about 8 years ago for the NASA Artemis program. Okay, so where we're standing now is the center bay for Hamilton. The way this facility is set up is to allow us to move large parts and tooling directly from the production bay into our machining cell. So behind me, we have 2 of the largest 5-axis machines in the world. They're 20 feet by 100 feet of X and Y travel, and 8 feet of Z travel, 5-axis mills. Very, very accurate machines. It's not very often you get to walk inside of a machine envelope. As I mentioned before, this machine has 100 feet of X travel, 20 feet of Y travel across this direction, and then the mass can travel up and down 8 feet. So what's cool about that is obviously we can machine very large parts, and we've machined parts in here that exceed the envelope length. So this is a Janicki lab. It's an R&D lab. It has 2 main functions. One is to develop new technologies for Janicki Industries, and the other is to develop processes and characterize materials for customers. So they do both revenue work and value-added work to test and process materials and develop processes for customers, and then we also are developing new technologies for Janicki Industries here. We have about 30 engineers working in this area and probably another 20 technicians. So this is where we bring our Janicki tools that we design and build here internally. We bring them over here and we produce composite parts on them. So this is an Invar wing tool. This is actually a tool that we've produced in our Cedar Woolley facility. We have full metal fab capabilities down there to design and build metallic tools, Invar, aluminum, and steel. And this is actually a tool that we've used to produce about 80 ship sets of wings. This is a staging area for the clean room, so all the tools here are prepped and readied for transport into the clean room right behind us, and then we'll use those tools to lay up composite parts. So we create a tool that we can lay up carbon fiber on to recreate that surface. So this is the ply cutter I mentioned before. This is the start of the manufacturing process for a standard pre-preg or a composite laminate. All of the material that in that design laminate is flat patterned out and it's cut on this machine. And then it'll be organized in kits and delivered to the workstations for layout. So this is an ultrasonic cutting machine. It's used to cut very delicate materials. This is different than a traditional mill where you're actually dissolving material or shredding material. This is actually slicing the material without creating a curve. These are some of the parts produced on the molds we were looking at earlier. What we have here is a couple of fuselage sections, so the upper and lower fuselage, and then behind that, wings, and they're in their final stages of processing, getting ready for shipment.
This Manufacturing Week Bus Tour Spotlight has been presented by the Boeing Company.